It's Open House Thursday. Welcome to the show. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. YK in the building. So they are wearing these really flowery trout. What's happening?
I'm going to a wedding. On Tuesday, I went to the traditional wedding. My brother's adopted son, all of his adopted got married the traditional on Tuesday, and today is the main wedding. And he's marrying an Igbo girl.
And so very colorful.
It's totally different from the Yoruba that I'm used to. Totally different.
Are you for real?
So they will bring in the things, they will negotiate. We will take this amount. The whole family will say, no. And they speak in Igbo.
Yes.
So we had to have interpreters. We had
interpreters.
Somebody, my brother's, one of the teachers, her husband now came. He was the one. The mothers don't talk. It's the
fathers.
The father's family. So I was even.
I hear it can be expensive. How many billions did you spend for the bride?
Negotiated.
You negotiated.
But it was interesting.
But it was very interesting. I loved it.
I've never been to an Igbo wedding.
I've never. That was my first time.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I hear about it. Maybe I go during the reception. But I never go for the traditional. I've never been to one.
It's colorful and beautiful. I love when they take the drink.
The calabash. Yeah, we all know that one. Auntie, don't do it. We've all seen that part.
Look for her husband.
Yes, I love that.
The husband too will be hiding somewhere.
Imagine that.
After I've paid for it.
Right. Oh, fantastic. I mean, I would love to attend one of these proper Igbo weddings.
Really nice.
How are you doing? Aside from that?
Then she now sold. Then that's how you know that Igbos are very enterprising. She now sold eggs to us.
Oh, really?
Sold eggs. So you buy, and they say you can't buy the egg for 200 naira. So to show that she will help her husband's business. Wow. I loved it.
Oh, fantastic. How are you doing, Nima?
I'm fine. I'm grateful to God. So YK has taken me down memory lane. It's the same tradition in my place.
Oh, really?
There's the knocking, there's family meetings, back to back, them talking. Nice. And there are the various envelopes. I hope you did the envelopes for mother's side. They give you a list where you'll be presenting.
They give you a list, but we
even to
I think your people do that.
Well, we have a special one that I don't think the Igbos have, where they give you a surrogate mom. So the that's give you a separate mom. That person is supposed to be more mature, a balanced middle person.
Right.
So she's not on your father's side or your mother's side or your husband's side, but always in your interest.
That's good.
I love my own auntie for being an amazing person all these years of my marriage.
How you doing, Mariam?
I'm fine. Today is my son's birthday.
Yay!
It's his very first birthday without
out of the house. So what are you guys doing? Taking him cake, something?
He's in school.
So there's no car.
Okay, well, we arranged something with the house parents to just see that he gets something surprise after school. So I called him this morning and I prayed with him. It was just so strange, very first time celebrating his birthday away from us.
I have gist to
tell us.
My husband yesterday was fighting me that I'm wearing trousers to sleep. I said, after 11 years, are you okay? How can you wear trousers? What rubbish is it?
Easy. That one
this new bed is the new bed is shaking him. Please feel this fine bed. I said, Uncle,
there's someone when you find picking up the bed to sleep.
Today we wear trousers.
Why are you wearing trousers to sleep?
Why are you wearing trousers?
Because it's cold, man. It's cold. I'm like, the air conditioner. No, I'm like, serious fight though. Serious fight.
She just came from London. She just came from London.
Inside the fight.
I told her to turn on the light. I said, Uncle, wait. It's 11 years old. I just wear trousers. Are you okay? Obstacles. I'm like, what rubbish is that?
That's the point exactly.
Exactly.
That's the point exactly.
I'm like, Uncle, calm down, man. Please, this new after a few months, you'll be all right.
No, there's no
the bed is shaking.
It remains like that. The passion
this
forever.
I'm going to, in fact, during the show, I'm going to text him and say, that fight continue. Do not agree.
Don't agree.
Do not agree.
And I got this really nice long sweatpants.
It's not jeans.
You just came from London.
The sweatpants.
No.
It's cold.
You know that there are some things we cannot say.
Yeah.
You don't know my face.
I don't know. When on TV, people can still hear you.
I didn't say it out now.
But anyway,
is making me show my
a bit
side.
late in the day. I'm so used to it for many years.
Yes.
You can't start
Change
after
your
11
ways.
years.
If I knew before, I would have been talking.
I don't know why she's making sense of this thing.
You're not making sense.
We got 4 kids, honey. 4 kids. There's a lot of kids.
Is it that you don't want to have much?
Is it family planning?
Yeah.
Then you have to wear chains.
Is it family planning with trousers?
I ain't going that route anymore, man.
Then go and tie your
Is it family planning with trousers?
I think that's what you need to do. Let's just go on a break. And we come back. It's Thursday. That's how we're gisting that way. So those of you that don't know about the show, Thursdays we're just crazy like that. But let's go on a break. When we come back, we go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
All right, we're going to start with the nation. Tinubu, we're determined to turn Nigeria's fortune around. PDP crisis uncertainty over Iyorchia's IU's fate. IMF asked Nigeria others to take $40 billion climate loan. Why Nigeria can't meet OPEC quota. Abuja Kaduna train hostage negotiator in DSS custody. Two brothers confess to chopping a father's hand to rustle cattle. And Akeredolu, why Amotegun Corps must carry arms. All right, which story are we starting with?
Okay, I will take the All Progressive Congress presidential candidate, that is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yesterday in Abuja, at the party's national secretariat, he had a meeting with the National Working Committee and also held a strategy meeting with the party leadership. And after the meeting, in response to questions that he was asked, he gave the assurance that that he promised to turn Nigeria into a progressive, highly developed and prosperous country worthy of pride. He says he understands that democracy has its challenges, but they are up to the task, and he will do all his best, to make sure that we enjoy the benefits of democracy and just be like a beacon of hope for Africa as the largest black nation. And, he made, and he also said concerning the way that they're running their campaign is that they're following the guidelines of INEC, and would hear more about, what they're planning to do. He talked about the fact that unlike other parties, they're not involved in back and forth with other party party candidates, bickering back and forth, false information. They're not doing that. They'll follow the proper guidelines and will let us know exactly what the plans they have for Nigeria. But one thing that is important is that he will make sure he turns the fortune of Nigeria around.
Okay, I wanted to take the story of the two brothers who chopped off their father's hand to steal his cows. Actually, they tried the two hands. The Abubakar.
Their own father's hand.
Their own father. Their names, Bello Usman and Shehu Abubakar. They said they had been trying to steal his cows, but he was always
around,
intervening and stopping them. So they devised a plan to chop off his hands, and they chopped one off completely, and then the other one is injured. They severed that one. They showed a picture of the poor father, 60-year-old father. And so they've been arraigned.
But he's alive, he didn't die?
He didn't die.
Okay, so you're going
to take the Abuja Kaduna train negotiator who was arrested in Egypt yesterday and immediately returned to Nigeria. And the DSS spokesperson says he's with them presently. He's being investigated. The account, because I was really interested in this story, the Daily Trust went further to add some juice to it. So they said he's been arrested in relation to have strong ties with terror in Egypt. He's been investigated. His spokesperson, this is also an account from The Nation, says no, that they have they got tips that they wanted to arrest him in Abuja before his train left for Egypt. That in Nigeria before his train left for Egypt, that there were attempts to arrest him, but he had moved, and that, you know, they tried to give an account based on his own side, one side, but he was supposed to be on his way through Egypt to Saudi Arabia for the Lesser Hajj for Umrah, and he was arrested alongside 2 of his wives and I think 1 relative.
Right.
But this is continuous investigation on sponsors of terrorism. Right. And his strong ties. He's also the spokesperson to Sheikh Gumi. He's also the publisher of the Kaduna Herald, I think, one newspaper like that. So, okay,
so Governor Akeredolu is still on this campaign asking that Amotekun must be kitted to protect lives and property. According to him, he continued to fault the federal government for, not to fault, he has a grouse with federal government for kitting non-state actors to guard and safeguard the pipeline. So if you can do that for certain non-state actors, why can't you therefore allow Amotekun to be equipped and have ammunition to be able to protect lives and property in the community? That is grouse. Say he has no issues with federal government kitting. If you recall, the federal government had approved the agreement for Tompolo to safeguard the pipelines. He said he has this, their money, they can do anything they want to do with it, but for his own territory, he needs Amotekun to be armed so they can also do similar in his own area. Moving on now to The Punch. Angry oil workers blame soldiers, protest today. Constituency projects gulp 700 billion naira, telemedicine center faulty. Human interest story, Kwara principal allegedly defiles 7 female pupils and absconds. Osun government elect assembles 52 lawyers for tribunal battle. Atiku meets presidential aspirants, PDP INEC holds today. So PDP NEC meeting holds today. Sanu rejects 23.5% pay rise, state varsities kick. And Buhari won't withdraw REC nominations, minister tells critics. FG to penalize airlines selling tickets in dollars. Which story are we starting with?
Okay, so
I think Mariam wanted to take the
major headline.
I thought you start with the human interest.
No, I don't.
Okay, anyway, let me just take the major headline. So, angry oil workers, are blaming the soldiers, and they are starting the protest today. So, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, that's Pengason, their president, in an interview with journalists in Abuja, says that they are going on, a protest because of the oil theft that's happening in the industry. It says it does not make sense. They do all the hard work of producing crude and pushing it through the pipelines, and vandals will come, break it, and siphon the crude oil. It makes no sense that they are losing so much to this theft. He says we are losing 700,000 barrels of crude oil daily. So that what they're saying is that if this is not stopped on time, they would stop production, and that will mean us losing about 700,000 barrels per day. And they blame the government because they feel that the government does not have the political will or is not interested in fighting this this criminal act. And so they're saying that they're going to protest. That's Thursday and tomorrow, and make sure that government sits up when it comes to this theft. And they also say that there's like a cartel. There are a lot of people think is that maybe just some host communities do small-time vandalism. That is a cartel. That in fact, some of them call their phones when they don't produce to say, why have you not fed this particular pipeline? Make sure you feed it. So even their lives are at risk. They are threatened by these vandals.
And they say what government does is they will change the soldiers every 6 months, but they are all the security agents. Yeah. They are all in cahoots. So every time you change them, they just become every 6 months is a cycle of new millionaires coming out.
So on the INEC rec, the Minister for Information was addressing press after a FEC meeting, and he says that on the nominated INEC recs that the president has nominated and sent to the National Assembly, the president is not supposed to act on social media protests and comments. So yes, people were, attacking the choice of nomination of 3 of the members of the 9 nominated candidates, and he said that the president will not withdraw them. So the way he was taking in the headline seems suggestive that he was speaking down on the people, but that wasn't what happened. He says, since the names have been nominated, let the National Assembly do the needful. If a person doesn't qualify, they are the ones who would either vote in or confirm or not confirm a person. So we should leave that to the National Assembly. Okay. I think protests should be channeled that way too.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with The Punch. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's Your View. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. YK had a human interest story.
Yes, the Kwara State principal has been allegedly been defiling his students. 7, according to them, 7 students have come forward. What had happened? The school is Assment Islamic College, and his name is Prosper. That's the only name that they gave us.
His name is Prosper?
The principal.
Okay.
His name is Prosper. And one of the students was so traumatized, she went to the teacher that this man is always defiling her. And so the teachers formed a kind of clique and then decided to investigate. And they started investigating, and then they checked their phones. He was sending WhatsApp messages to them, voice messages, telling them, oh, you are the sweetest lady.
What?
In fact,
So
I can't, the thing is that he wrote there, he typed in his, I can't read it. Yeah, horrible man. Excuse me. But once the principal got wind that they are investigating, he took off. And when they called him, he says, no, they should forgive him.
It's the devil, I'm sure.
Of course.
It's part of the grooming part, when they just send you all these messages, trying to soften you to that point. Really sad. Let me take this story. The federal government, the Honorable Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, has said that they will penalize foreign airlines who are selling their tickets in dollars. If you recall, there's been an issue with a lot of airlines saying that they cancel their flights from Nigeria outward because they are unable to repatriate their dollars back to their country. We're having dollar issues, obviously. So the minister was saying specifically, let me read his words, says that what's reaching, but never just disappears. Reaching out to us that some airlines are refusing to sell tickets in Naira. That is a violation of our local laws. They will not be allowed. The high and mighty amongst them will be sanctioned if they are caught doing that. So, yes, it's against our laws for you to sell dollars. But the question of why are these airlines unable to get their money back to the country is yet to be answered. We know the issues, but some airlines are now using it to sell their tickets in dollars. So they don't have to worry about repatriating any money back to the country. I mean, it's quite sad that we've come to this point, but they shouldn't break the laws to their own benefit, the Nigerian laws to their own benefit.
Yeah, but what is even surprising me is the way we justify something wrong. And you justify it. You can't justify, you're not paying these people their money. If you pay them their money, the issue will not
arise.
And then
you don't have dollar to pay them. That's the issue.
Then let them collect their money in dollar. Because you and I pay for our tickets. If we want to travel, we pay for our tickets. So there is no reason that the airline should not collect his money, because
they'll collect their money in Naira, but they want it in dollars. We don't have the dollars to give them right now.
They can give them their money in Naira. They change it to dollar now.
They're
not even giving them Naira. They're not giving them Naira. This is the problem.
Will the airlines collect Naira?
Seriously, the international ones will not collect Naira.
Money is not that valid. Nobody wants your Naira.
So if you give them in Naira, they will go and change it.
Where would they change it now? We have to change it for them and give it to them.
Let's move on to daily stuff. We have to move on. PDP crisis, Wike Makinde blows hot. FG to descend on airlines selling tickets in dollars. I took that already. Terrorists raise funds through non-formal transactions, reveals DSS. Brain drain, government warns young doctors. ASU, no going back on no work, no pay policy, says federal government. Anglican primates cautions against religious and ethnic politics. FEC approves 829 million naira for road linking Anambra, Enugu State, Bassa with Kuwait. And Tinubu dismisses Obi Atiku as threats, says no rift with Adamu. Okay, which story are we starting with? In PDP, in Daily
Can I take the terrorism story? So the yes, of course, DSS again was speaking on how terrorism is being funded in Nigeria, and they talked about how it is not the conventional ways that we would look forward to. They are using non-conventional means to fund terrorism, and it was at an event that the spokesperson for the DSS was speaking on how the funding is happening. I think we would quickly link it with the story I took earlier on, the arrest of the negotiator. So now they take monies in Nigeria and they spend these monies unconventionally through means that will feel untraceable. So I think they're doing the right thing. I can't find the story picture, so all my details.
Okay, I wanted to take the federal government has reminded the medical doctors seeking greener pastures abroad that it's not a bed of roses, and that the Nigerian government has done a lot for them and has sponsored their education. The head of the civil service, Dr. Folashade Yemi Esan, said, gave the warning at the Nigerian Medical Association's to the Nigerian Medical Association, telling them to tell their doctors that it's not a bed of roses out there, and because we are struggling to go abroad, they now pay. They don't give you your own worth because there are too many Nigerian doctors, so they're just undermining Nigerian doctors with their pay. And I do agree with her, because the Nigerian government has paid for your education. I think the least you could do is serve.
But if we serve, well, that's another hot topic. If we serve, how are we being compensated for our service? That's the real issue. And do we have the right equipment to help us function optimally? That's another problem.
So what should we do? Start with students' loans then?
As
you
I said,
pay for your education yourself.
I have always said,
so you can do what you want when you go.
Nigerians don't want to do that.
You know, they just don't want to do that.
They don't want to do that.
They don't like freebies, you know.
Want to give
subsidy, we like them to give pay subsidy for us, everything. Over the whole world is paying this amount. We don't like that. We don't like to. We like to be pampered. Anyway,
it's only Nigeria. I don't, maybe Ghana. I don't know.
Education is so free.
We subsidize education.
If we try to do that here, NLC will carry placard. Even you people on this table too carry placard. But we cannot afford it. Why NEMA will be the first to carry placard?
So which placard? Which placard?
They always carry placard. You can't increase taxes. You can't. They can't remove subsidy. They can't remove subsidy for education. Nigerian will say it is hard.
If you give me what I pay for tax, I will pay.
Can I move on to bankard?
Will you give me my pension after? Paying tax?
Allow us do it first, at least.
Moral will not want to hear that.
No,
some of us pay tax.
It has happened. We know the issue. Listen, we all know we cannot write a book on the issues on this country. All of us, we know the problems. But somebody must be willing to say, okay, let us start. Let us do a 360 and see if something works. Moving on to Vanguard, it's not our hot topic. Let us not derail. Field, how PDP government candidates brokered peace with Wike. 2023, Tinubu tackles Obi, says party not threatened by fake statistics and jabs. Okada riders snatching our wives. Yep. Let me read that again. Okada riders snatching our wives, says protesting police constables for real.
Yeah, I took that.
Okay. Alleged fraud. Niger Assembly recommends suspension of 15 local government chairmen. 3, Buhari can't withdraw nominations of 4 Rex nominees, says federal government. Over 60,000 apply for 10,000 vacancies in police recruitment. Bridging. FG pays 103 billion naira to marketers in 8 months. Fresh graduate, 2 others killed, robbers attack banks in Kogi. Diaspora funding, nobody has given me anything, says Peter Obi. FG orders NCAA to sanction foreign airlines selling tickets in dollars. Okay, which story are we starting with?
So let me take the police constabularies in Osun State. The youths that have been recruited as special constabularies in the Nigerian police force to help boost securities in local government areas. And they said that they have been working, and in 18 months they haven't been paid shishi. And so they were out on the streets protesting. And they said it's so bad that even Okada men are now sleeping with their wives, meaning they are unable to provide for their wives, that the Okada men who maybe the littlest amount of money have taken their wives over.
See how they belittle women, like it's about who can buy you. I mean, it's like it's really, I hate that narrative. What are you trying to say?
Yes, that's one, but also what they are trying to say is that this is our job to take care of our wives, and now someone else is doing that.
But say it.
I understand what you mean.
Okay, you want to say what the...
Yeah, let me just finish. Okay, so So they went on this protest, and they said that even in the 18 months that they haven't been paid, they've done their work diligently, that even 3 of them have lost their lives in the course of this job, and, nothing has been given to them. The commissioner for police responded to them and said that they're embarrassing the force, that there are different ways that they would have addressed these issues, and they followed, but by coming out on the streets and protesting, but they will see to it, that whatever their grounds is, yes, they would listen to them.
It says you are disturbing public peace with your protest.
Okay.
As far as you are wearing this uniform, we expect you to maintain high discipline as a first man and be hungry, Abi.
Okay, so the robbery that happened in Kogi on Tuesday, the robbers attacked 2 banks in Kogi State. On their way to before they attacked, they arrived in 3 vehicles and others on bikes. It happened in Ankpa, local council area of Kogi State. And 3 people were shot. A young lady, a young graduate, ready for service, and 3 others were killed by stray bullets, of course. They attacked the police station first before they went on to attack the banks. And, killing like that just happened. Consequent upon that, other banks quickly closed and shut down. I hope that this robbery, of course, aided with CCTV evidence of the attacks, will be easy to solve. Yes.
All right, that's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, move on to our hot topic of the day. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47...
Thanks for staying with us. Join us on the show to discuss more on palm tree farming, the palm oil industry, and more. Is the Group Managing Director and President, Flap Corp, and Asset Rise Limited, Mr. Oluwadurotimi Ojamamuyi. Welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning.
Good to have you.
Awesome, ladies. Good morning.
So tell us about the palm oil industry and how it's doing in Nigeria at this time, this era.
Thank you so much. The palm oil industry is one of the very thriving agricultural produce in Nigeria right now. We understand this palm tree farming over 60 years in Nigeria. To our partners, the Okitoba Oil Palm PLC, they have these trees planted well over 60 years ago. Until today, those palm trees are still fruiting. So I'll give you short data. They have 10,000 hectares of palm tree farm across 9 communities. And in revenue, that is worth over 42 billion every year. Today, a keg of palm oil, 25 liter, is 27,000 in Lagos. Back in 2019, it was 8,500. Now, to the local farmers who we are partnering with and have taken their produce from them, during this era of economic meltdown and downtime, they are smiling to the bank all the time because they earn more as their palm trees are fruiting. So we can say that the palm oil industry is contributing very well to the agricultural sector in Nigeria in terms of productivity and also revenue at large.
Could you explain to us this, the palm tree farming and the real estate approach with it, especially the palm tree estate project that you have in Ekwe?
Thank you so much. So, from our background, like I said the other time, growing up from a father who owns acres of palm tree farms, and to our project in Ondo State, back to Lagos State now, the Palm Ridge Estate is a community of palm tree farmers that we have identified to create in a place like Ekpe. Now, beyond the economic value of palm tree farming is the ecological support those trees will provide for that zone. So imagine an area like Ekpe where you have the Alaro City, the Dangote refinery not too far off, a lot of emission into the ozone layer, and now having a palm tree farm where you have over 42,000 trees that are going to be grown in this area. So beyond the community of landlords who own this Palm Ridge Estate, earning from their productivity in palm oil and their land appreciating in value over the years, the Palm Ridge Estate will see it as an iconic project that will support the state, Lagos State itself, and even Nigeria at large.
As you're talking about, the climate, global warming, and all of that. Yes. Last time you were here, you talked about how investors were coming in, so you buy a plot of land, own the palms, and you help farm, and manage the plant. I want you to elaborate on it.
Thank you. So we know there was an era in this country where we have the agri-tech companies, and they give me 100,000 and enter so patent. And we saw the story of how that works. And we know Nigerians have burned their hands, and we can't keep repeating such models. So what we have created is a model with real estate where you own your land, and we plant trees on it for you. You make the decision to either outsource to us to help you manage your trees by harvesting. But the value for the farmer, for the landowners now, is that Ekpe presently is the fastest growing community in Lagos and even in West Africa, to the much of the development going on there. And when you buy a plot now, it appreciates over the years. Now, beyond your land appreciating in value, you now have cash crops on the land that are going to be generating revenue for you. And we are simply saying the wisdom of you having cash crops on this land will also help us to manage it for you by you outsourcing to us. We're going to be building an automated mill in this estate to support the community of palm tree farmers, and we can take their bunches and mill and sell back to the market.
Sounds really like a great plan.
Yeah, it sounds like a really wonderful plan. Thank you. But for the ignorant people like us, what's the difference between the palm tree? Because I thought it was only coconut trees you could get in that area because it's close to the sea.
Yes.
I didn't know you could get palm the ones that's the one that has palm kernel, Abi.
Exactly.
So can you just tell the...
Okay, so in Ekpe, precisely, you have more of this farming community. So last 2 weeks, the governor just launched the food hub in Ekpe, in K2 Ekpe precisely. That area of Ekpe has more of loamy soil than the other area where you have the sandy soil that you can plant palm trees on. Those sandy area can only grow coconut. But this mountain can grow palm trees. And with the water area there, the palm trees survive more in mangrove area. So this area in Ekpe is going to have more of...
Is this the one that has the palm wine too?
Yes, the palm oil.
So you can also sell palm wine and...
Palm oil, palm kernel oil, even the local soap, which is Oshedudu now, is produced from the palm tree shaft. So there's a lot from the palm tree.
Yeah.
So we have really ignored over the years.
So all this, the value chain, would you say that we have enough equipment on ground to do that, or are we exporting our raw materials still in large numbers? How is it working, and what is the future for you?
Okay, so I think this model has worked over time. You have bigger companies like the Okumo Oil in Edo State. kudos to the government supporting them there. Over 17,000 hectares, automated mill, producing all kind of products from palm oil. They produce soap and all kind of products from the palm. So the value chain can be fully maximized in Nigeria, just like you have in Malaysia and the rest.
Do we have
only
in
the
Lagos?
Government is supporting. So for what we are creating in Lagos right now, we're going to have an automated mill that have the capacity to maximize this value chain.
So that means the price of palm oil will come down.
Yes, it will come down, but presently, because the government has been so wise to stop the borders and importation of palm oil in, and over the years, Nigeria has not been able to produce enough palm oil to even service our citizens. So we import palm oil. And yes, we import the larger consumption of palm oil in the country is imported. And right now, when the borders are closed, you saw that the palm oil industry is thriving better. And more investors are coming into the country to do that.
Okay.
If you drive through Odogbolu, by your right-hand side, you will see over 500 acres of palm tree presently being grown by one of our elites.
So we think to ourselves, like Lagos, where is the land in Lagos that you are doing hectares and hectares? It's not the same Lagos that you can almost draw it in 2 seconds. Where in Ekpe, is there still land in that Ekpe?
Yes. So the assumption most times that there is no land in Lagos. But when you go to Ekpe, in this very area, the government still have an area that is reserved for the government of 16,000 hectares plus. That's well over a large community. And presently where we are going to be building this palm tree, we have 700 acres. So there's a lot of land to still practice agriculture.
So let me be clear what you are saying. So this morning now, you're telling us, just like you did the last time, that if you would like to invest in palm oil, we can come to you. So either you buy the land and then we lease it out to you to grow the palm oil, the palm trees. Whenever I am ready to build my own house, come and carry your trees. Please give me back my land. I want to use it. But at least I will get a percentage from what you use because you're going to process the palm oil, correct?
Exactly.
How do we reach you if you want to tell us the phone numbers and details?
So thank you. To reiterate your point again, now the value chain for the palm-rich estate, what we have done differently is we can't concentrate only building residential estates. We have agricultural estate that we can maximize.
Yes.
So we have created the palm-rich estates and agricultural estates where people can own unit, plot, hectares, and when you own this unit, you plant palm trees on it. You outsource to us to help you maximize. And over the years, your land is appreciating in value. Later, 30, 20 years later, this same estate can be converted into a residential zone. And you have...
Can you tell us how much the lands are?
Presently, we are selling at 1 million naira. As of last month, we had a promo of 700,000 naira per plot. So presently, it's 1 million naira per plot. Our details are on the screen. If you contact us, we'll be able to say more to you. And lastly, as a cooperative, I would say kudos to the Lagos State government for creating an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. So as a cooperative, we have over 9 estates that we have done within the span of 2021 and 2022.
Palm tree estate.
Palm tree. And why do I say this? We are directly regulated by the Lagos State government. Our books are audited by the government, and due process are in place to make sure that these businesses thrive.
So you can't run away.
We know where to catch you.
Exactly.
If I give you my 1 million, then I'll be looking for you everywhere.
We have this estate largely subscribed already. And
what's that thing? The microscope.
You don't just
you can go to Lagos State government and find you.
Binoculars to find
you have the Lagos State regulatory body for cooperative in Alausa here. You can even search us online, Flapcop. Our office is in plot 5 and plot 50 Magodo, phase 1. And also, we are also licensed by LASRERA, the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority.
Don't do it, that's all. Don't finish. That's all we can say. Thank you very much, Mr. Flap Co-op. That name is very complicated. Flap Cooperative. Flap Cooperative. Okay, all right. Thank you so much. We'll definitely contact you. Your numbers are on the screen. We'll definitely be in touch. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That is all we can take on the show. When we come back, we'll continue with the show. Stay with us right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's Your View. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With News Bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share.
Thanks for staying with us. So last week, a news broke that broke a lot of hearts of many Nigerians about an alleged sexual defilement against a minor by somebody quite popular in Lagos State by the name of Dr. Femi Olaleye. The news got out on social media last week and it got a lot of attention. And this news was initially broken by Princess Damilola Adekoya, she's probably known as Princess, on social media, and then the conversation was taken up by Kate Henshaw, and from then on, lots of comments on social media concerning this very popular doctor in Lagos State. When it comes to issue of sexual violence against teenagers, youngsters, it's a story nobody wants to talk about and hope never happens to a loved one. But the truth is that in the past years, we've had to face the reality that these are things that we must talk about and bring on the front burner because every child deserves justice if indeed they were defiled. We all experienced the issue that happened with Baba Jesha, and we're grateful that investigation went on and then he was convicted finally. This case also, Princess brought out the issue, and we're going to be having Princess in a moment to tell us exactly how the news got to her and what she found out, and then we'll take it on. Hopefully at some time we get to speak to the police to know, because yesterday in Vanguard specifically, I read that the case is yet to be filed to court, especially because this case was brought to the police March 19, 2022. And the civil society was wondering 6 months later, we're yet to file the case in court. What's delaying it? So these are the questions we're going to ask. But first, let's speak to Princess. So we have on the phone Damilola Adekoya, probably known as Princess, to discuss this issue of violence against minors and this particular issue against Dr. Femi Olaleye. Good morning, Princess. Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm here.
Good to have you on the show. So we know how passionate you are about this matter, and I mean, many Nigerians have celebrated the fact that the past case with Baba Jesha came to a conclusive end. In this situation, these allegations are pretty stringent, and they are against somebody that is well known in Lagos, I mean, Nigeria across also. So far, it's a social media allegation, I would like to call it, because we're yet to see it in court. But tell us exactly how the news was broken to you, and what you heard, and what exactly has been done so far from your end.
Okay, thank you very much. So Dr. Femi Olaleye was actually my friend up until when I heard this news. And I met him years ago through someone. I had screening done at his place, and since then we've had projects done together. Now, because of his nature, he's very friendly and, very passionate about what he does. we keep recommending him to other people. So I think about a week ago, his wife called me, and she knows I'm his friend. So she said, you know, haven't you heard? I'm like, hear what? And I was like, you know, what's going on? And then she told me, oh, he had been molesting her niece, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, are you joking? She said, no. Now, let me correct something you said. Maybe you got the wrong information. You know, when people just put things out there, like, I don't know, maybe they are doing it for damage control or to make the evil sound better. The case was not reported in March. The case was reported on the 30th of November last year, 2021. Yes, 2021. So that's one they are saying March. No, Anthony Police Station, the case was reported. And this was immediately after the wife found out. So I was shocked. I said to her, I'm going to have to call him. Give me the details. She told me how she found out just on the 29th and immediately called his mom, you know, and then she told, there was a round table. They sat down and they asked, as she came over, and they asked him, what happened? And the child spoke and said, he has been molesting me. 2 weeks she got into that house, he started molesting her. 2 weeks, just as she got there. And the mother is critically ill. That's why this woman took her in. Now, my annoyance is the mother was there. He said, oh, okay, I'm sorry. But the wife was devastated. This went on for 1 year and 9 months, and she's just finding out. And the response of the mother was not too encouraging because she kept saying he should apologize, which he did. So there are several apologies by him. Please, let's note, because people just go on air and on the social media and say whatever. No, he has confessed several times on video, in messages, in voice notes, in writing. So this started 2021, not March, and they've been trying to cover up. And like I said before, I'm going to say it again. Anytime there's an abuse and you go through state CID Pansi, the policemen there, at least 65 of them are very corrupt and complacent. I am telling you the fact. They will drag their feet, they will collect information, they will collect evidence, and later tell you they can't find it.
Okay.
So this has been going on, and I said to her, how could I have known? I didn't know.
All right, let me pause you for a second, Princess. Let me get a few more questions in for you.
The strongest evidence in cases of defilement is, of course, you know, the medical one. Did they get a medical report? And if you can confirm from where?
They took the child to Mirabel Center. They did a thorough investigation. And that was after he even confessed. He explained what he had been doing and said that he had brought this evil upon himself. He was ready to make restitution. This is not a joke. This is real life.
All right, so I'm going to pause you for a second because I was trying to get in the police. As I said, I read the reports in Vanguard yesterday. But, I mean, because as if Dr. Femi Olale is somebody that he's a friend of the house too, because he's been on Your View several times. He's been in my church recently. I have been tested. In fact, he did my cryo whatever, like this cervical thingy. I went to his test.
I hope you didn't go for screening there.
I went for screening. He screened me.
Because it will shock you. It will shock you to know that Dr. Femi Olale, even from very reliable resources, put a hidden camera so that he can watch his patients later.
But this is many years ago. So the point is that the reason why, because I also know him very well, and it's somebody that has also screened me personally. So I had to put a call through him this morning to let him know we're going to be discussing this matter. And what he did was that he said he's going to send me his official response. So I'd like to also read that to Nigerians. So we have the balanced conversation here. According to Dr. Femi Olale, and this is the message he sent out there to his partners. He said, "Dear partner, I am sorry to inform you that my organization and my name is on social media for the wrong reasons. I underestimated the situation and thought it was a domestic issue being weaponized by my wife and those who are encouraging her to destroy our home. But now that it's out there on social media, my person, my work, my corporate and individual partnerships and friendships are being threatened by this business false allegation." He says, this regrettable situation has been on about 10 months. So verify that you're right. 10 months. I was towing the path of peace and reconciliation in an attempt to save the marriage. But this regrettable trend on social media is directly as a result of my recent return to our matrimonial home. I have decided to fight against the false and malicious allegations and, of course, what now looks like a setup and a blackmail. This matter is receiving the attention of the relevant authorities, and I shall let you know the outcome of investigation by the authorities. While I eagerly await my exoneration from this wicked and malicious accusation, I think it's only prudent to stay silent on social media for the time being. So that's his own official response to all the allegations. So he believes it's malicious and is a blackmail. So now let me come to you. Yes, go ahead.
Morayo, I'm going to send you a letter. And this is my, he called me. Try to, Princess, I know you will be very pissed. I know you will be disappointed. Look, Dr. Femi knows he's lying. He didn't return to his matrimonial. He broke into the home. Because he has been asked to stay away from that home. And he has committed atrocities here. So I'm going to send you a letter for you to know he has done something here in NHS as well. And Dr. Femi should not make me to it. The annoyance is that he's not remorseful. Malicious for what? Why is it that when people are caught molesting kids, why is it they say you want to bring me down? What do you have that people want to bring down? The child in question is the most important.
Yes.
That's the same thing his brother Ijesha said, that they want to bring him down. Yeah. Now, the facts are there. Dr. Femi Olaleye, I know you are watching, and if you're not watching, somebody should tell you to watch. You confess to something several times, the same way. We have videos. There is your voice note, your own written, and I hear you are even saying your lawyer asked you to lie. Who does that? Who says that? My annoyance with you is you have done this evil and you are still trying to play the people. Okay, who does this?
Princess, it's important to remind you that these are until we get to court, because we have to be very careful. We don't want to be sued for. We have to be very careful. These are still allegations until the court categorically tells us this has happened, because we have evidences, as you said. There are evidences out there, but so far it's on social media, so we have to be very careful how we take. It's still an allegation.
I am not talking of evidence on social media, Murayo. I'm not talking of the one on social media. I won't just come online and talk if I have not done my groundwork. I am telling you that it is even appalling since November 2021 that this case has not been charged.
Yes, Princess, let me...
And I'm telling you that one of the reasons is because he kept on bribing, intimidating his wife and the kids. That is why the police are dragging their feet. Tell me why a case that was reported in November has not been charged to court. This guy has been locked up twice. Please, whatever we are doing, let's be truthful. That's my own.
Okay.
Yes. Since November, if it's an allegation, maybe they will charge him to court.
Okay, let me pause you for a second. Mariam wants to ask you a question. Go ahead.
Princess, you just came off this very big case that we've all celebrated, and there was a process, and you stood by it until, we got the conviction. What do you think this victim in this case can do to get, to get the justice that you got in the previous situation? What is it that they are doing? Is it that this particular perpetrator alleged perpetrator is too powerful to be handled the way Baba Ijesha was handled? Or is it that the victim is not working, the victim's family is not working well enough to pursue this?
So the victim's biological mother is very sick. And as you can see, the auntie right now is devastated because of the whole issue. And the girl is extremely traumatized. But in the case of Baba Ijesha, there were people sponsoring him, insisting that this case must not go to court. And with the likes of people like Iyabo, always coming forward, always speaking up, and this was really tough for me. I nearly lost my sanity. I was threatened. They tried to kill me several times. But I'm saying to you now, I want you to look at something. Two things that stand out. In Baba Ijesha's case and in Doctor's case, somebody has been accused. You say people are lying. Why are you afraid to go to court? Why are they dragging their feet? Number one. Number two, in Baba Ijesha's case and in this case, there is a woman, elderly woman who stands out. In Baba Ijesha's case, it was Mama Rebo. In this case, it's the mother of Dr. Femi Olaleye saying, this is not a new occurrence. Why are they blowing it out of proportion? Number two. Number three, people saw evidence. And fine, we have to give a lot of the important ones in court. We couldn't bring everything to social media. Good. But even at that, everybody was saying, oh, maybe they are trying to tarnish his image. The same thing is happening in the case of Dr. Femi Olaleye. Number 4, Baba Ijesha was granted bail and he began jubilating. They began using him in movies just to spite us, to say, oh, he has come back, he's fully back. Dr. Femi Olaleye, who was said not to set foot in his home because he was granted bail, has now gone there to take over so that his kids and his wife don't have access. Look at all these occurrences and tell me the truth. I want us to be very, very factual. Dr. Femi Olaleye is right now hiding in his own home in Maryland, where he also molested a neighbor's daughter and procured an abortion for her. So please, people, what I'm saying is this.
Princess, these are strong allegations. Princess, these are strong allegations. Yeah.
You know me. I will not even open my... I have spoken, and again, another one. Baba Ijesha had an ex-wife who left him unceremoniously and never wanted to have anything to do with him. And I knew something was wrong from that moment and did not report him or report anything before this happened. In the case of Dr. Femi, he also has an ex-wife who he also abused her cousin. So please, if Dr. Femi is saying everybody is lying, no problem, why are they dragging their feet? Why doesn't
we'll find out in a moment. Let me pause it for a second.
His wife?
Let me pause it for a second. I want to bring in the police. I'm going to go on a break. When you come back, we're going to bring in the police to find out exactly why are they dragging their feet exactly. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's Your View. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing these allegations made against Dr. Femi Olaleye, who is a very famous doctor in Nigeria. We've heard from Princess, who was the one that actually initially broke the news. We've heard an official statement from Dr. Olaleye himself, which I read. Now we're going to be speaking with David Hudeyin, who is a PRO for the police in Lagos, to tell us, give us an update. Sorry, Benjamin, I do apologize. Benjamin Hudeyin, he is the spokesperson for the police here in Lagos. He's going to tell us exactly, giving us an update on the case and answer the question everybody's asking. Why is this case not being charged to court? Good morning, Benjamin Hudeyin. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
Good morning.
Good to have you on the show.
It feels good to be on the show today.
So I need the volume higher because I can't hear you properly. But So far we've been discussing this matter, the allegations leveled against Dr. Femi Olaleye, and the question everybody's asking is, it's been 10 months. How come this case is yet to be charged to court?
Okay, now we need to get something clear here, that this case was first reported to the police March 2022, this year. So it's not 10 months like some people are saying.
Okay.
And why the case hasn't been charged to court is because of the complexities of the case. Now, you know, or you might not know, but the fact remains that this incident happened in 2020. And it was not reported in 2020. Nobody knew about it. So the first time the police would get wind of this matter was March this year.
Okay.
So, for cases of this nature, you would have to carry out medical examination, and the results are something that some people might want to contest, because this happened 2 years ago, and now we are carrying out an examination this year. So, because of these complexities, the case file was sent to our legal department for a proper review of the entire case, so that the legal department would advise on the appropriate charge to give before it is charged to court. So as we speak, we are expecting a feedback from our legal department.
Okay.
So, Mr. Benjamin, I'm sorry, I don't remember your official title. Is it possible? Can you possibly investigate complicity on the part of your staff or your team? Because according to Princess, the case was reported at a police station in Antony. And if they have a date of the report as to be last year, November, can you possibly investigate, some compromises happening from your side or your team side in this matter?
Definitely. If we receive a complaint of complicity on the part of our staff, definitely we would investigate such. But the records available to me indicate that this case was reported at the gender unit at the state headquarters in March this year.
But it's been 6 months, sir. And people are wondering why the delay is a bit suspicious. You know, the fact that this is a very influential person. Yes.
Now, I'll explain that part. You know, in this case, the wife is a major witness. The wife is somebody that needs to testify in court if the case eventually gets to court. And this same wife approached us to say she had exams to write outside the country and that she would like us to give her some time to go and write her exams and come back. It was on that basis that the husband was granted bail because he couldn't be held indefinitely. And she came back to the country, and 10 days ago she showed up to say, okay, I'm back. We can proceed with the case. So we need to get the full story that what some people might cause delay is not entirely on the part of the police.
So we hear, based on Princess' account, that the child was already taken to Mirabel, and we know that that is one of the centers that you would go, you know, for proper verification of what may have happened to her physically. And if you have that already and have access to the girl or the girl's family, why is it still taking so long? And why do you need why is it just the wife that you need to be there to carry on with the case? Is the girl's account not important enough or strong enough?
Did you get that, PRO? Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Are you there? Hello? We're having some network issues. We'll try to reconnect with him. So we'll reconnect with him. Princess, are you still there?
I'm here.
So you've heard the police. He's saying that the case did not get to the case available. I mean, the case did not get to him until March. But just like you said, it was reported last year in Apapa. So he said he's going to check for discrepancies. But the last question is yet to be answered, which is really important. They have the Mirabel Center's report. They have the confession from the girl. They have the accusation from the wife. Why is it taking so long to charge this case to court?
I also wanted to ask Benjamin, why, if you have an issue with the dates, if Mirabel's date shows last year November, it means that there was complicity on the part of police officers. Because what Princess is talking about is something that whether we like it or not, we must admit that we've seen.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I wish I could see that man you are talking to and tell him he's lying. Let me tell you, I have seen them arrange boys, suspected fraudsters, under 24 hours and charge them to court. Something was reported November 2021 with evidence. So this guy was locked up, released, locked up again. His wife was present. So you didn't charge him to court. She was around. She's always been around. Even if she was not around and she traveled, it was only for a short while. Now I'm asking, Morayo, in Nigeria that we know, somebody committed a crime. What are you waiting for to charge him to court? You have evidence, so all these things. And he's saying much. Why is he saying much? Look, something happened in Pansi, and I've never hidden it. That's state CID. There's somebody they call Inspector Musa Nuruddin and Blessing Nwoko. They were working under Margaret Igodalo. I'm calling their names because this is a fact. Margaret Igodalo heads the gender department. She tries her best, but I said to her, ma, if somebody at the top is working and the people with you are working against you, they will be drawing you back. I complained about some things. She said, am I sure? I said, ma, you can investigate. She investigated. She found out I wasn't lying. These people are corrupt. This Blessing and Nuruddin, and they were caught. Please, are you telling me that I don't know what I'm the one that something happened to? Morayo, I am telling you, 65% of the policemen in that country are complacent and corrupt. So the little percentage that are working at, they will do everything to rubbish what they are doing. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Yes. Tell me, why is his network bad now? Mr. What do you call it? Why is your network bad when they ask you that a case that was reported in November, even if it was reported in March with evidence, clinical evidence, medical evidence,
I'm told he's back, damn it. Princess, I'm told he's back now. Let me come back to him. PRO, are you still there? Hello, PR, are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so Mariam asked an important question because she was saying that we have a report from Mirable Center. We have the confession of the girl. We have the allegations from the wife. And we have all these evidences before us. Why is it taking so long for the legal department to actually charge this case to court?
Like I said, the case file is with the legal department. And we await their response. So
legal department of the police or of the state?
Of the police.
Of the police.
Of the police at State CID. At the State Criminal Investigation Department, Yaba. Of the police, yes.
Is there usually a timeline?
Princess is making allegations. She's saying you arraign young boys, fraudsters, 24 hours after they are charged. Why is it taking so long to arraign this one? Has evidence. That there is evidence against.
Now, I need to explain something to you. This is a case that many people are interested in. The public is largely interested in this case. Yeah. We don't want a case where people would say the police did shoddy investigation, the police did shoddy prosecution, that the police was the reason why the case was struck out. Now, to get a watertight case, it will be better for the wife to also be there to not just commit a written statement, to also testify. So I don't think it will hurt anybody if we would just wait for the wife to be prepared to be back in the country to charge this case. That's on the one hand. On the other hand, we await the report of the legal department.
Okay.
So it's just...
all right, sir. Let me let Nima ask you the final question.
Mr. Benjamin, sorry. You know, you keep referring to the wife's witness account as if in rape cases that's the most important account. Except, you know, she has video evidence. We can't rely on that evidence in a rape case. The most reliable one is a medical report, which they have from Mirabel Center. Why can't you proceed based on that?
And okay, you are picking on my statement about the wife, but you are ignoring what I said about the legal department.
Okay.
That we are waiting
I think that was very clear, PRO. I think we need to speak to the head of your legal department. That's really what we need to do, because obviously, or maybe we get in touch with the IG who can help us expedite action from the legal department. That's really the nutshell of this conversation. Thank you very much, Mr. Benjamin Udeyin, for speaking to us this morning. We appreciate it. Princess, your final words, because I'd like the ladies to discuss this. This is not just about this young girl, it's about other young girls who might be in this position. And there's another factor we're going to also discuss, maybe with the ladies, but let me get your final words so I can let you go. Go ahead, Princess.
Okay. Morayo, I couldn't hear him very well, but I heard what you people were saying. They don't need, the woman has given a statement. The victim has given a statement. The doctor himself has given a confessionary statement and video in Anthony since November. Please, what else do you need to charge the case to court? If you need witness statements in court, when that day comes, they will say, okay, today you are giving your own statement in court. That one is different. Charge the case to court. Let the case go to the DPP. The police are dragging their feet because of Femi's godmother, and I have told them it won't work. This is clear, Morayo.
Princess,
you cannot say it has taken you this long to charge someone to court with all these evidence since November 2021.
Why can't I have a question for you?
Telling me that something is not wrong with the Nigerian police force.
Okay.
Princess, you are making some serious allegations against certain people. You have said that yes. He has video cameras in his office.
Yes.
A lot of the ladies, even on this table, have been examined by him. Do you have evidence to prove that he has video cameras in his office? Have you seen the videos?
When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. But I'm telling you, if you've been examined there, Elodira, you know I will not just come and say I'm telling you, Elodira, you don't know anything. Morayo, I'm going to send you some things. Please, Morayo, I'm going to send you some things after this interview. Okay. That's Mr. Onde. How I wish he can face me like this. Because you can see he's not answering you directly. Me, I'm answering you with facts. Tell me in which country or continent a rape case from November last year, the person has not been charged for. If he's not guilty, please, why are they dragging their feet? Okay. And he couldn't even answer you directly.
I think that has been communicated. Let me let you go.
Is dragging their feet.
That's been communicated. Thank you very much, Prince. Let me let you go at this point. Thank you very much for joining us on the show today, because as I said, this is an issue that every person in Nigeria is very concerned about. I'll go on a quick break. When we come back, the ladies will now express our thoughts on all that's been said so far. Stay with us, and we'll also get the calls and tweets and also your messages. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
Thanks for staying with us. All right, so Princess said we should dira, but I think more seriously, this is a really sad situation because there's a child involved, and a lot of young girls go through this, and they have nobody to fight for them or defend them. And when we see these kind of opportunities, we bring it on the front burner because we need to set a new precedent to ensure that these girls get justice if indeed they were defiled. In this case in particular, you've heard from Princess, you've heard from Dr. Femi Olaleye, we've heard from the police. And the concern we've talked about so far is the fact that the legal department of the Nigerian police are dragging their feet for at least 6 months to charge this case, or a year, to charge this case to court. And that's questionable. That's one angle.
Very, very.
There's an angle of the fact that the wife is being alleged to be trying to victimize or to blackmail her husband. I don't know what, that's what according to Dr. Lala is saying, that she is having these malicious allegations against her, which is according to him is false, and is trying to blackmail him. I don't know what that is about. And thirdly, there's a part of the elders, you know, like Mama Rainbow in the other issue, and this one, the allegation saying being held against the mother of Dr. Femi, saying that she was saying that there's nothing, this is nothing new under the sun, in a nutshell. That they should forgive him, that, you know, because we all heard the audio where she was telling the wife that, listen, my son can't die, you can't kill my son. There's nothing that he has done that's not been done before in the world.
These are. You heard that audio?
Yeah, I heard the audio. You know, I think it was Princess that sent that audio to me. You know, there's nothing that the world has not heard before, you know, that these are things that her son would not die, and that, you know, at least he has apologized, stuff like that. So there's that part of, okay, where do we draw the line between culture and a case like this? You know, because people say, he's your sister, he's your brother, he's your daughter. Please, now they know how we do it in Yoruba culture. Just let us not shout it too much. We'll find a way to resolve it within our family. So that's there. Those are the 3 different areas I'd like us to discuss. Which other one jumps at you?
It's 4.
It's 4. Which other
the betrayal of the trust of women who know how serious issues around women are, who have put their cause, who have joined this cause, who have trusted a medical foundation. People will say, don't go to an individual, go to an establishment. Who have trusted and put their words, the Kate Enshos, the other ladies, people who have put their stake on it, people who have sponsored free clinics on Fridays, and women whose bodies most likely might have been violated in a very, very negative, covetous way, as reported by or alleged by Princess in this situation. Because I have had to see, all my life when I saw fertility doctors, I saw male fertility doctors. One of them, the particular one of them, did something that I thought, killing, in checking if I was ovulating or developing, and I felt violated. I cried that day till the next day. I don't understand why, when women now, you know, medically in Islam is the only reason a male can touch a woman. And if I allow that exception, why should I be abused in a way that I feel so insecure? I remember that day, usually I go with my husband for each of my fertility treatments. And I said to him, I said, I can't visit you. And he said, come for this particular check. It was transvaginal scan. He said, come for this check on a weekday. I said, my husband will not be available to come with me. So put it back on weekends that we usually come. He said to me, if you don't come this weekend, I will not be in Lagos by weekend, so I won't see you. And I needed to be sure I was ovulating. So I went on my own. And that was the day that it happened. So sometimes these situations, they are not ordinary. You know, I don't want to see this. And I believe that if an allegation of this seriousness is made against a person who has a professional reputation to prevent, you don't wait for police. You don't wait a year.
Right, let me take this call from Timmy from Alimosho. Timmy, are you there from Alimosho?
Yeah, I'm here.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. As a married man, you see, the closest person to you is your wife. You understand? I feel, you know, this, you know, kind of allegation made by these so-called doctors, like, can't be, you know, made up by the woman, regardless of that person. You get what I'm saying? This man is a rapist, alleged, or, you know, whichever name you want to call it. I see no reason why the Nigerian police force is taking this wrong. Let them arrest the Yahoo boy now within 30 minutes once he charges their report. No matter how good the doctor is, that is why I don't allow my wife to go to my former phone. You understand? What to make a madirada, this man just take this case with serious, you know.
Thank you, Mr. Tim. All right,
so my brother has this tune. I don't think he ever released it. It's called Oga Doctor, and he composed that tune because of his wife at the time, her experience with her gynecologist. And he didn't like it. He didn't like it. So in that song, he says, we need our women to treat our women for us. Why will a man take his nonsense hand and put it in my woman's? You know, so men generally do not like male gynecologists, especially if they're not above board.
How would you know?
How would you know?
Something happens before you realize the person.
There must be regulation.
I don't want to.
I want us to bring this conversation back to this matter. Let me take this call when I'll come back to YK. Mrs. Lawal, are you there?
Yeah. Good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Good morning,
Morning, madam.
Please, I just want to contribute to what you said. The same thing has happened to me for a few years now. So the guy, that day I was on fertility stuff in a hospital in I forgot the name of the hospital. So when I did go there with a friend, the friend is a nurse. She was the person that maybe they know the man, the doctor. So on this particular day, we want to examine him for what's your partner, malformation session. So he now said, I should pull off my clothes. Normally I have to pull off. Then he said, my friend cannot call me. The nurse there, she cannot call me. I'll be the only person with him to be in the office, right? So I did say what he said. So he was just saying, I pulled off. He now came in and said, let him test. I said, okay. They start touching some funny part like my dress. And I went down towards my vagina. I was like, what are you trying to do? I don't want to test you to make sure if you are ovulated. I was like, doctor, please, go straight to the point and do what you are supposed to do. So now I just saw him pulling off his trousers. I was like, what happened? Or the man said, want to make sure to know that maybe I'm really good in bed. But if my husband cannot do it, let him try. I'll be productive. Bang.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Laval. I want to bring it back to this matter because there's one thing of the doctor's malpractice in his office, but there's a whole different thing where in your house, a child is being molested. Your husband is molesting your niece or your sister. That is the real conversation. We need a whole day. We will have a part 2 of this because, interestingly, I was lucky enough recently to have a meeting with my old classmates from Corona, and we're talking. And some of them were not married. And they were telling me some of these issues. Some people, they were giving me gist of guys in this situation where they are cheating on their wives with the most unlikely people. And the reasons they were giving, I was like, hey, we need a show on this. But that's a different matter. But let's come back to this girl. Why are husbands, even did this happened, it's still an allegation, why would you molest somebody, a niece, a minor? That's a crime.
See, that the wife even reported this, knowing how a lot of people like to cover up. I mean, I commend her, and I also commend Princess for constantly using her voice, being that loud voice in the wilderness. This is not an easy thing to come and say, to call out somebody, especially someone who is, who has influence, you know. And, you know, sometimes I'm afraid for her when the way she talks, and, you know, she calls out almost everyone. And I just say, well done to that. We have constantly said to people, you know, when you see something, say something. But I know that with this sort of case, it's because the people that are the perpetrators are husbands, fathers, brothers, you know, if they are male, or aunties, uncle, mothers. They're so close, they're close family members. It's hard to want to call them out for their bad behavior. You're afraid of what the consequences, the repercussions will be on their lives, on their careers. And for them to, I mean, for his wife to have done that, we thank her for that, because it's also about that child. Eventually, that child, a lot of the victims are further victimized because no one wants to call out the adult. But this child will forever be grateful to them that they are, you know, her experience is not being pushed under the rug, and allow a child, apart from the trauma of being abused by an adult, just the trauma of being re-victimized and made to shut up and made to live with what it is that has happened to her and pretend it never happened to her. And
let me take this call from Chude, because in fact, maybe we should go pack this story. As I say, it's under investigation right now, but we need to talk about it based on the fact that it can happen to anybody. Let me take Chude. Chude, are you there? Oh, I'm so sorry. So
I wanted to quickly say that, you know, to join Miriam in commending the wife, you know, for a woman to do this, not sacrifice family for marriage. What you see women do is when incest happens, mothers sacrifice their children for their marriage. Women sacrifice their cousins, nieces, sisters for their marriage. Children for their marriage. So for a woman to say, I would risk it, whether it's a false allegation or not, I'm saying that she even tried to report it. It's commendable that she did the right things. She went to an institution, she reported. Such a woman should be encouraged by the system, not frustrated. By the system. Because it is 1 in a billion. It is rare to find. We don't see women come out like this.
Let me take this call. I can come to you. Chuda is back. Chuda, are you there from Berger?
Yes, Morayo.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning, Morayo, and
the ladies of
and others.
Yes.
Yeah, ladies of the table. It has been a long while.
Yes, good to have you back.
Yes, I want to comment about what you are talking about.
Yes.
You see, in my place, there is an adage that says, when a child is crying and pointing at somewhere, if you go there, it's either the mother is there or the father is there. So what Princess is saying, if you investigate it, she has a point, something is there. You see, I happen to have that experience going to a gynecologist who is a male with my wife. The way that man handles women is what I don't like a bit. And I don't think I can tolerate it. That is the reason why that period I decided to leave that hospital, because the man is not doing his job. And again, I am wondering, why is it that a female doctor consultant cannot handle the issue of a fellow woman? If it's left for me, I would say let the women go to the female doctors, let the men go to the male doctors. Because we hear a lot of nonsense going on. I have that experience. Some of them will want to do something funny, just like Nima said. And I can't come to see a doctor with my wife. A doctor is telling me to leave the presence of my... It's not done. Thank you very much.
Okay, so there's another... Okay, let me let you jump in here.
Yeah, because I was going to say there are malpractices. We know that some doctors...
Take advantage.
Yes. I've been to a doctor before where he was an Indian guy, you know. I went with maybe a headache, and it is my breast he was checking. I was like... and I was really young then, and I was like,
oh, wow. What's going on? Yeah.
You know, and I remember walking away from the hospital and feeling really, really awful. But where some doctors are actually honest, some are a majority of them are actually genuine gynecologists. We are clamoring for female gynecologists. Like in Dubai, you can't see any male gynecologists there. They are female. My friend works there. She's female. Where will you put the male gynecologists if you want to say, okay, women shouldn't go?
Hey, but why there's a procedure. So I saw several male gynecologists.
That's what they witness with you. That's what they do.
There's one in Surulere. It was this private
examining
clinic.
You was a female nurse.
Whenever you're doing that procedure, there's always a female nurse. There's always a covering. And every procedure he explains, but you would know those ones starting. I don't want to use the word. Those ones who they would disregard you when they want to do it. They are so confrontational. There's a language. I remember that particular one. If you don't come on Wednesday, I really will not be able to, and you know, this month will just pass. I had to start searching for alternatives. Then when the hospital changed that gynae because we raised that issue, the next gynae would regard you. He's elderly. He will talk to you about the procedure before he comes into that procedure. Then there will always be the matron, not just any nurse. You usually would request that the matron sets up the place and waits there before he proceeds to do it. So you know you're at least you're protected.
That's what the responsible ones
There's another angle that we've not talked about, which I think is important, because I know the Nigerian police are trying really hard to clean up their image. You know, they come up with all these tweets, keeping us informed, trying to tell us they send their officers new uniforms. They're doing a lot to begin to implement some of the things we demanded in doing NSAS. And this is another angle that I would like the Inspector General of Police to see to, because why is it taking a legal department 6 months or maybe 10 months, but let us, for the benefit of this conversation, 6 months to investigate and charge a case to court? That is the issue. If that can be answered by the Inspector General of Police, we'll be happy, because the truth is that if you're not well connected and this kind of case is brought against you, within 24 hours or 48 hours, you've been charged to court. But people are saying that maybe because Dr. Femi is Dr. Femi and is well connected, maybe that's why the case is being dragged. We don't know. But the legal department of the Nigerian police must speak to us and tell us what is taking so long.
Let me add another angle is that the federal government, we need to sit up about the age of a minor. We have places where people are getting married to 12-year-olds, 13, 14-year-olds, and they have used their culture and different things to back it up. And then we have another person, and you know, someone could abuse a minor and say, well, I meant to marry her, or she's my girlfriend. So we need to, you know, legislatively, as a policy, we need to put an age that is acceptable. And for me, I think it's from 18, 19, or 20. For me, honestly, personally, I think it's 21. Anything below that is she's a minor. So we need to do that. The Ministry of Women's Affairs needs to look into this.
So what about those senators that are marrying small children?
That's what I'm saying. What she's saying. Because you can defend yourself and say, I married this person is my wife.
Let me take Tayo.
Really, the Child Rights Act makes
Let me take Tayo. Tayo, are you there?
On the crime.
Yeah.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, first time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I've always been trying. Concerning this issue, I have 3 kids, and one of the things I do while my wife was pregnant was that anytime she goes for hospital, always with her doing scans and others. So concerning, this is not an allegation, but concerning the doctor in question that was mentioned, last week my wife was telling me about this doctor. Because in our hospital, in our former office, there was a time they did the cervical screening stuff, and it was the doctor that led the team to come and do it. And she now mentioned it to me that this same man, if my wife also was watching online, this same man, after examining her, told her, woman, don't you have a child? She said, I have 3. He said, but you still look very tired, that you have cheated nature. And she said, I have a 3. Via CS. So the man examined so much that could be saying, admiring a woman, so was still very tight. And eventually she even mentioned to me that her friend, the doctor told a friend also in the same office, saying that, after examining, that on the private side you look very beautiful, that you look attractive. I didn't hope this to this. I didn't want to believe when the story was flying, but when I started now discussing it from the bedroom, and from what she said, telling my wife how you have cheated me, so you are still very tight. So, but my opinion is that she has the 3 kids through the government hospital. I guess sadly for now we are not hearing these things from the government hospital, general hospital we have in Lagos.
Right. All right, so these kind of things happens around the world, you know, molestation, medical malpractice, where you take advantage, and because the system protects you, if you make a report, you are almost sure that you get some kind of justice. And the reason why we make it such a big deal here is because many of these cases go unheard. Nobody knows about them. In this case in particular, our desire is that the investigation is expedited and taken to court. But as I said, there are still allegations. I mean, as much as we like to assume this is exactly what happened, it's always good to hear both sides. And that's why I had to call Dr. Femi this morning, because I know him. And I've been examined by him, and I don't want to believe that that examination was recorded or in any way. I want to believe that it was a clean and true examination that happened. So it's important for us to hear from him very clearly. We also called him during the show, and he said that he's not ready to join issues with anybody at this time. That when it is time, the facts will be released. We're waiting for the facts. Let us see what other facts you are. But as of today, what we have on social media, what we've heard from Princess, is that this young girl was violated and she's been confessed, and Mirabel Center has examined her and confirmed that she was indeed defiled, and that the wife has filed, is the one that has raised this issue, and hopefully we can get some kind of investigation.
The truth of the matter is that he does need to defend himself.
Yes.
Because the allegations are too
weighty.
Yeah, for him not to at least come out and make a statement, deny, or, you know, he really does need to defend himself.
He needs to either not be there, not that a clear case of setup. You know, his statement, the statement bothers me. He said, this is for my wife. He made it a domestic issue and then said that this is a clear case of setup. Yes. You don't want to be set up by a girl under 18, under the Child Rights Act.
Or by your wife either.
No, leave your wife issue. If they are setting you up, let it be a girl above 18. Under the Child Rights Act.
Oh, I just got what you're saying. That even if you're going to set you up, is he a minor? Okay, got you.
Don't just be set up. Have a clear case. It's either I did not do. It's a case of I did not do safe. Let the fact just say he
because
did
he's
it.
a really popular, big. I mean, these are people that.
There
was an event he did. About 10 governors' wives showed up. These are
Dr. Femi now, a phone call and everybody's lining up.
Very high net worth person.
So women.
And I can understand. He's very popular. I mean, he's like the reference point for breast cancer. When you think breast cancer, the first thing you think is Dr. Femi Olalaye. So that's why he needs to say something. He needs to hopefully defend himself and let us know what happened.
Yeah, I know
he needs to have his day in court
when it's in court, they don't say anything. If the case is already with lawyers, they don't say anything until the case is done. But with the police, they've said that they have not filed it yet. So I feel that this is a good opportunity to speak up for himself.
I'm sure they will file it in the next 2 weeks.
I hope so, because the idea is that the reason why we cannot just look away, because it could be your niece tomorrow. Yes, it could be somebody's child tomorrow. It could be somebody. So we cannot see a case like this and look the other way. We're doing it not because of this case, but for other cases. We need to let the police know that we are watching and we're putting them under pressure. The legal department of the Nigerian police, because the police has made a lot of allegations against the Nigerian police, and they must come out to show otherwise.
I still can't forget this young kid that they brought on our show. That was defiled by her.
Oh yes, that little girl.
You know, I remember that.
Whatever happened to her
still disturbs me till today, and I do not believe that child got justice. She was about 3.
Little girl,
yes, little child. Little child. And the police at that time covered it up, and I can never forget it.
Yes, I remember that case. Let's take a few comments on social media so we can run off. We have to wrap up the show very soon. A few good comments or not so. Let's not get any.
Ugumola says here in the UAE, every obstetrics and gynecologist doctor or specialist have female assistant with them. What do these vagina and all gynecologist assessments for them? I see why Islam protects women's privacy now. Tom Odim says, if Nigerian police really want to work, they do. But if corruption is involved, they compromise from sex scandal issues.
Yeah, so Williams Olajimoke says, I believe this is where women should step up and support this cause. Breaking the barrier is not just about mouth. Everyone should come out and see judgment delivered. Rolake says, we have been silenced by society to conform with things that are absurd because the truth has a price. If the adults refuse to stand for and by the truth, we will continue to breed a toxic environment. God bless Princess.
Ayobam King says, sexual assault is not based on your professional. Any man if he do such should be dealt with. Doing such should be dealt with. You're saying male medical personnel using their professional doing such is not really truth. What about pastor, imam, teachers, neighbor, and so on? We took one this morning on the front page.
On YouTube, there are some arguments. Some are saying, how do you know he's guilty, you know? So, but we have said it here that it's alleged. It's an alleged...
Okay, we have to wrap up. But as I said,
he has to come out and defend himself.
We have to wrap up. But as we said, these are allegations leveled against a very notable, locally and internationally recognized doctor who has done a lot of good work to help breast cancer in Nigeria. I mean, we cannot totally even look away from his achievements in cervical cancer and breast cancer in Nigeria. This is a man that's done a lot so he's highly revered and respected. So when an allegation such as this is leveled against him, it's not something we can just talk without proper investigation. That's why this case has been taken to court. And has been taken to the police, reported to the police, but it's yet to be taken to court. And we're wondering what the delay is. And we understand the police might be reluctant for various factors, but we are hoping that we are joining our forces to pressure the police to do proper investigation. If at the end of the day, Dr. Femi Olalaye is exonerated, absolutely. Everybody goes back, life goes back to normal, and then you can begin to rebuild his reputation. But unfortunately, if he's indeed found guilty, then he has to deal with the consequences of that action. So, but either way, investigation must go on, and the case must be filed to court so we can have proceedings and we can follow the case. That's really what Nigerians are asking this morning. Nigerian police, the ball is in your court to do the needful. That's all we can take on the show at this moment. To see you tomorrow. Bye for now.